Hi, my name is Fernando Sanchez. I work at Info, the Regional Development Agency of Murcia. I am going to present you a good practice we coordinate at Info at the Department of Business Growth. The name of the best practice is subsidies for the entry of private investors in newly created companies. Info is a public body depending from the regional government. Info serves the citizens and companies in the region of Murcia, 1.5 million inhabitants, by promoting economic development and supporting companies, mainly SMEs. It is the object of the program the promotion of the creation, implementation and consolidation of recently created innovative companies, by supporting their activities and costs linked to monetary contributions to the share capital of private investors. This program is run within the framework of the Research and Innovation Strategy for the Smart Specialization of the Region of Murcia, RIS3. The Research and Innovation Strategy for a Smart Specialization in the Region of Murcia promotes an evolution towards a new growth structure based on research and innovation, from key productive sectors and through the promotion of other future segments in the region which have excellent potential. Research and innovation are therefore of paramount importance to increase wealth generating capacity. The program tries to consolidate an offer of financial resources and knowledge and encourage the execution of capital investment operations based on the figure of private investors for newly created companies, innovative, helping their capitalization by taking a stake in their share capital. Okay, now I'm going to present some features of this program. The subsidy results of applying 100% of the first 10,000 euros of the contribution made to the share capital, and where appropriate the issue premium by the private investor, plus 25% on the amount that exceeds that amount. The minimum investment is 10,000 euros by one or more private investors, and the maximum grant amount is 20,000 euros per beneficiary. The investors may be under several schemes. First is business angels. Business angels also expressly contemplates the possibility that may be both a natural or a legal person. The second scheme is the investments vehicles, and the third scheme is private investor network. Those organizations aim to facilitate the meeting between entrepreneurs and business angels interested in contributing to financial resources to new business projects. Frequently, the latter, in addition to contributing with money, support the entrepreneur by sharing their experience, their know-how and their contents. The minimum term for divestments is set in 3 years, and the amount for the 2020 call is 200,000 euros. In this slide you are watching, you can see a simulation of the grant amount depending on the contribution made to the capital, including the issue premium where appropriate by the private investors. So you can see from 10,000 euro till 50,000 euro how the grant amount would be. And what about the requirements? the beneficiaries should be small companies, so that means they will have to employ less than 50 people. The companies whose activity is framed in the areas considered priority in the smart specialization strategy of the region of Murcia. And the annual turnover of the companies have to be not exceeding 10 million euro. The companies must have an age less than 5 years at the time of the application, and they need to be newly created innovative companies. So the one with an innovative and scalable business model that allows it to establish a clear differentiation with respect to its competitors, and that is capable of generating income exponentially with the growth of its cost structure. Also, the accreditation of the investors' previous experience is needed. We need to accredit at least one investment in newly created innovative company. The eligible cost by the beneficiary and the capital contribution by the private investor, including the formalization thereof after the application is submitted. And the participation of one or more private investors must be equal to or greater than 10,000 euros. And the investment in the beneficiary company cannot take place for at least 3 years from when the capital contribution is made. Okay, what are the eligible expenses? So we have the direct as eligible direct salary costs of personnel, including mandatory social contributions paid by the company, as long as the creation and hiring of the job has not received any type of aid, all increased by 15% corresponding to the imputation of indirect costs of the beneficiary. Expenses for external collaborations also are eligible, so meaning contracts with third parties directly related to the main activity of the company, including the cost of renting real estate facilities and production equipment, which may be financed through rent, financial, leasing, or renting. Also are eligible the investments in tangible and intangible assets. The acquisition of production equipment is also an eligible cost of the program. We include a third category in the section on eligible costs, which expressly contemplates investment in tangible and intangible assets. In this slide, you can see some indicators about previous years of the program. So you can see some figures from the program in 2018, 19, and the current year, 2020. We started the program in 2018 with 100,000 euros of budget. All the money was invested in the program. You can see here the average amount of the aid per beneficiary, and you can also see the mobilization of the investment as capital increase mobilized by the program. It was increased, the budget, the public money invested in the program in 2019. It was doubled to 200,000 euro, and you can also see how the capital was increased. and in the year 2020 we are also maintaining this amount of money. So you can see here some indicators, and Info also intends to continue offering these grants in the coming years. It has proved to be a very successful program to mobilize private investment and also to support companies which are innovative companies which have high potential projects and need some financial aid. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. That's all from our side. And now I encourage you to continue watching this video, as you will be able to know about the Murcia Ban, which is a business angels network in the region of Murcia. And you will also be able to know about some SMEs that participated in this program and got financial aid for carrying out their innovative entrepreneurial projects. And also you will be able to know about some contributions made by investors in the region of Murcia. Thank you very much.
Murcia Ban es la red de inversores privados de la región de Murcia. Fue creada en 2009, promovida por los principales agentes de desarrollo económico de la región de Murcia. Entre ellos el Instituto de Fomento de la región de Murcia, el CEI de Murcia, el de Cartagena y la Asociación de Jóvenes Empresarios. El papel de Murcia Ban fue creada para estimular la relación entre inversores privados y en términos generales el ecosistema de startups en la región de Murcia. La razón de ser de la red es la puesta en contacto de estos dos colectivos. Se ha trabajado desde el inicio con el Instituto de Fomento paralelamente para la creación de programas alternativos, ya bien sea en términos de formación o en términos de ayudas, para estimular que este ecosistema sea lo más dinámico posible, tanto con incorporación de nuevos inversores como con startups con gran potencial de crecimiento y competitividad a nivel mundial. Murcia Ban se coordina con el resto de agencias de desarrollo de la región de Murcia focalizadas en emprendimiento, desarrollado conjuntamente con el Instituto de Fomento y el resto de promotores de la red. Desarrolla actividades tanto de formación como de divulgación, como de puesta en contacto, como pueden ser los foros de inversión Top Capital, que se organizan un par de ediciones a lo largo del año, y algunos programas que, unidos al programa de ayuda de incorporación de inversión, están teniendo un efecto positivo en términos generales en el ecosistema de emprendimiento y la competitividad del tejido empresarial de la región de Murcia. Por poner un ejemplo, sería el programa que lleva ya 5 ediciones, es el programa de preparación para la inversión, donde se trabaja con los emprendedores para ayudarle a preparar su propuesta de inversión de forma coherente, con un manual de buenas prácticas, profesionalizar su presentación, y se trabaja también conjuntamente con inversores, de manera que podamos estimular el intercambio de experiencias entre inversores que tienen más recorrido dentro de la plataforma, que llevan dentro de Murcia Ban desde prácticamente el inicio, e inversores que se van incorporando recientemente, ¿no? Que no tienen tanta experiencia y se pueden enriquecer mucho de este tipo de prácticas, ¿no? De puesta en contacto, ver proyectos en el terreno real e intercambiar experiencias con otros inversores con más experiencia. La red de inversores privados, como la mayor parte de redes de inversores, son iniciativas con una componente pública, de financiación pública, y en este caso particular, dentro del programa de actividades que organiza el Centro Europeo de Empresas e Innovación de Murcia, CEIM, del que formo parte de asesoramiento, hay una línea específica de actuación relacionada con inversión privada. A día de hoy hay registrados más de 85 proyectos y del orden de 75 inversores dentro de la plataforma.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and I'm the CEO of Connective Artificial Intelligence. Connective is a customer data and experience platform, and what we do really is we collect data and we create experiences, personalized experiences that help our clients, which are mostly e-commerce, improve their sales. What we do behind the scenes is we collect data, we apply artificial intelligence to that data, and then we allow our customers to use workflows, which are basically scenarios that they can draw, and to interact with their customers in real time, at the right moment, at the right place, with the right content. The basic differentiation from our competitors is that we can do everything that we do is based on AI, and it's also in real time. What we do is we follow the digital footprint of a customer that comes to our website, and our main clients are e-commerce. So in the e-commerce arena, we follow the customer footprint and the context in which that customer footprint happens. What does the context mean? In context, it means that if you're visiting a page, we will know that you're visiting a page. We will also know if that page contains a product, what kind of product you're looking at. That gets correlated or related to all the information that we already know about you, or information that we know about people that are similar to you, similar in behavior to you. So finally, the trick or the important thing that we do is not only following this footprint, but also putting it into a context and allowing that information to be available to a marketer in real time. So in real time, I can interact with you customer, but at scale. That means I don't have to interact with every single person every single time. I would need hundreds of people to do that. But we can do it through a process, an automated process that simulates the human intervention, the human touch. If I know something about you, I know how you feel. If I know how you feel, I know how to carry on a relatively intelligent conversation with you, an emotional conversation with you. That leads obviously to our goal, which is allowing the customer journey to be as personal as possible and as fruitful as possible for both. You as an e-commerce want to sell, me as a client, I want to be treated as a special person. The project starts in 2017 and we become a startup in 2018. Until then we financed ourselves with friends, family and fools basically. And in 2018 we decided that we wanted to go to the next step. The product was doing well on the Spanish market and we realized that we needed to boost our growth. So we contacted Fame, which is the technological hub in which we're hosted, and we asked them if there were any aids, any help. Obviously there is the Murcia Ban, which is the network of investors, and we wanted to apply in order to be able to be financed. What we didn't know is that looking for financing, it's a full-time job. It takes about 6 months to get an investor and also to get the right investor. So with the help of the info, we discussed the possibilities that we had, and we found out about the help that was available to us. It turns out that help for investment came in the form of a grant that we could use in order to professionalize our experience, or at least the documentation that we needed to present in order to get valuable or the type of investor that we were looking for. So it took us about 6 months, and during the process we hired interim CFO, Chief Financial Officer, that helped us, and also legal counsel. That helped us immensely because now we have investors that are really happy, and we are really happy because we had the things, all the things that we signed and all the things that we were interested in receiving from our investors. They were very clear from the very start. And we could do that because we had financing. We could spend the money in order to assure that that process was done before. It was not a process of discovery post inversion, but it was a process of design, how the investment was going to be. What we think happened for us, having dedicated such amount of resources to the designing of the search for investment, we think that we got a very fair valuation, and we think that the process was also shortened. Finally, we valued our company in 3 million euros. We received a 500,000 investment, and the money that we received from the grant helped us finance, the chief financial officer, the lawyer, and basically human resources that were dedicated to that effort. We also work the B2B market, and in that case we have many more competitors that mostly work email, whereas we work on every single channel, every digital channel that we have available. For example, we work email, we work with content generated in push notifications, SMS, pop-ups, interstitials, etc., etc. We also do recommendations, product recommendations. We try to foster loyalty in the B2B market, so that can be done, but quite frankly there are better competitors in that arena. We specialize in e-commerce and that's what we do best, and that's what we're recognized for. In Spain, for example, we are the #1 platform in terms of installs. We have 300 customers at this point, 40% of which are in the top 100 list of e-commerce in Spain. We're just starting internationalization, and we have a strong presence in Latin America at this point and getting ready for the rest of Europe and the United States.
My name is Bart, I'm the CEO of tiene, and we're a technology-based startup company founded in 2018 by Juan Luis and I. At tiene, we believe in improving the quality of life through developing innovating technology. The number of people that require some kind of optical correction to see clear is increasing yearly. This is mainly due to the myopia epidemic and the aging of the population. Current basic vision care is an archaic linear closed system where the technology is limiting factor. We are developing Vision Care 4.0, which is a circular feedback loop system that will enable prevention policy and will generate large benefits for all parties involved in the vision ecosystem. What we offer is a device which can perform these kind of measurements, but it's not necessary that the person, like the patient, goes into the shop and also has the optometrist aside, because the device is a compact device which will be head mountable and remote controllable. Therefore, the optometrist can perform as usual the vision testing and end up with the refraction of the person. So what we are developing is, in one hand, the core of our company is the development of the hardware. It's like a medical device which will replace the current way of measuring refractive errors in people. But it's not just the standalone device that we're developing. It's a network of these devices which are linked in an Internet of Things. You have like medical devices which are located in optical shops or at different places, which are connected through a platform. The person will go on the internet, make a reservation to get his eyes checked. An optometrist can be assigned. The instrument can either be in an optical shop, in a service point, or sent at home. There, at that place, the refraction is conducted. The optometrist doesn't need to be there changing the lenses. It can just remotely control it, and then by voice, by video conference, telemedicine. And with the results, the person can choose either to buy online or go to a shop and get the eyes or the spectacles bought. The core of our solution is our proprietary technology, which transforms any place into an optical cabinet, and where it's no longer required that the doctor and the patient are sharing the same room. Our business model is a combination of sales of the device and services provided through our platform. So in general, we cover optometrists, we cover optical shops, but we also are aiming for the eyewear brands. We were helped by the info in selecting the best subsidies available to support our type of project. This subsidy was a 20,000 euro subsidy, which covered the many costs relating to the development of our prototype. The subsidy made it possible to expand our team and have one member more in the team. It also covered part of our cost for subcontracting part of the development. In addition, we got a lot of support from Info regarding connections to other subsidies, to other companies in the same area. So it's been always a very important point of getting back to. Without private investment and public support, innovation would not be possible.
Hi, I'm Roy Torgersen. I'm the founder and CEO of Nido Robotics. At Nido Robotics, we design and manufacture underwater robots that are intended for industries like utilities, fish farms, shipping, water cycle, and many others like public, like the government and so on. These underwater robots enable these companies to do is to be able to, their eyes underwater. So they allow them to see anything that's going on underwater, to inspect their assets, and to predict potential problems even before they occur. Basically, our USP is oriented around the capability of having these robots on site at all time and being able to increase the cadency of these inspections. By increasing the cadency of these inspections, we get a lot of benefits, both expected and unexpected. By increasing it to an inspection every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, they noticed that they could reduce the amount of chemicals, saving as much as $250,000 per year per plant, and obviously also the environment. So essentially what we make, we design and we manufacture and we develop these underwater robots. We have 2 robots on the market today. This is the Pro version that's behind me here. We have a smaller one called the Nano, which is a basic inspection tool. And then the Pro can do these inspections as deep as 300 meters. And in addition to that, we can add on additional payloads, additional sensors, additional systems that amplify the capability of the robot. So the robot has an onboard camera, and that actually covers often about 50% of the jobs that needs to be done underwater. But in addition to that, by installing a cleaning system, for example, we can allow the robot to do cleaning of underwater assets, anything from small things, spot cleaning from things like anchors and anchor chains, to inspect really how the condition is below the marine growth. And also things for larger surfaces, like ship hulls and things like that, to increase their performance over time. We've also developed a water sampling system that allows the user to capture water samples and then bring them to a lab. And this is something that we've developed through continuous work with research institutes and companies that have these requirements. These grants allowed us to amplify investment that we got from private investors. So basically we got a certain level of investment from private investors, equity, and then these grants multiplied the reach of this money, allowing us to invest more in personnel, to get more people on the team, and to accelerate product development and internationalization of the company. We decided to change the governance to a more professional governance, allowing some of them to be more involved in the company and in the decision-making processes. Obviously, the money that these investors have brought onto the table is important, but I think at the end of the day, more important is the knowledge and the skills that they might bring. The way we learned about these grants was through the Regional Development Office of Murcia. We have had a really close relationship to this agency since we started the company, basically. They're very helpful, and by having this ongoing dialogue with them, we're obviously capable of knowing when these instruments come out, and we also won some prizes. We have a continuous dialogue with the government. It's one of the benefits of being in a place like Murcia, where there isn't that many startups. It's an ongoing dialogue that helps us to be on top of these things and apply for them when they come out.
Hola, soy Javier Fernández Gallardo, director de inversión y financiación de startups en Incentivos Capital. En Incentivos Capital invertimos en startups de la región y también asesoramos a las startups en las rondas de financiación, actuando como asesores financieros en la preparación de toda la documentación, las proyecciones económicas, la documentación adicional, y les acompañamos hasta la negociación y cierre con los inversores más adecuados en sus rondas de inversión. Como inversores llevamos invirtiendo en la comunidad autónoma desde hace 5 o 6 años, y como inversores detectamos esa necesidad de ese rol de asesoramiento que pusimos en marcha el año pasado, y en el cual ya llevamos 2 rondas cerradas con startups de la comunidad autónoma con mucho éxito. La entrada de inversores es absolutamente fundamental para la vida de las startups. No se concibe una startup sin que pueda acudir a diferentes rondas de inversión. De hecho, lo que diferencia una startup escalable e invertible precisamente es que sea suficientemente atractiva para atraer inversores. El reto es encontrar los diferentes inversores que las startups necesitan a lo largo de su camino. No es lo mismo el inversor de una primera etapa, el típico business angel que entra en un proyecto en un estado muy embrionario, que un fondo de inversión mucho más profesional que invierte en una etapa mucho más tardía. Cada uno de estos inversores en las diferentes etapas tiene una aportación diferente de dinero y también una aportación estratégica cada vez más importante a medida que la empresa crece, consolida su modelo y se plantea retos adicionales como pueden ser la internacionalización, etcétera, etcétera. El ecosistema de emprendimiento de la región de Murcia sufre un desequilibrio entre la pata del emprendimiento y la pata de la inversión. La parte, digamos, de emprendimiento es muy potente, con proyectos creativos, innovadores, con mucha capacidad de crecer y de desarrollar mercado, y precisamente el lado de la inversión está mucho más débil y hay muchas menos opciones. Por lo tanto, es muy importante terminar de reforzar esa parte, porque tenemos grandes empresas y tenemos capitales y tenemos inversores que están invirtiendo en otros productos u oportunidades de inversión más tradicionales, como puede ser el tema inmobiliario o los típicos fondos, pero todavía no tenemos una cultura implantada de inversión en startups. Y la cultura no es solo hacerlo, también es hacerlo con criterio y aplicar las metodologías que hay que hacer para invertir en startups de forma sensata, diversificando, invirtiendo en una parte pequeña del patrimonio disponible, y en el caso de las empresas buscando también ese valor añadido que nos puede dar la startup a través de la innovación y que va a permitir a la empresa obtener no solo un rendimiento financiero por la inversión, sino también un beneficio estratégico de aliarse y de colaborar con las startups. Si tomamos el ejemplo de Israel, lo que vimos allí en el viaje organizado por el Instituto de Fomento, en el cual participamos startups e inversores, es que el dinero público tiene que ejercer una labor de tracción en el arranque del ecosistema. De ahí que las ayudas que se han planteado de coinversión sean unas ayudas muy interesantes. Son ayudas que fomentan la confianza de los inversores, dan más rentabilidad tanto a inversores como a la empresa y ayudan a ese arranque y esa toma de confianza por parte de los inversores a la hora de realizar las primeras inversiones. Como digo, en el ecosistema de Israel esto estaba estudiado, que el dinero público hizo un factor de arranque que luego fue superado por el dinero privado, y nos parece muy interesante que se haya apostado por apoyar esa entrada en etapas tempranas, hasta los primeros 5 años, con hasta 20.000 euros. Estamos hablando de tickets y de rondas de inversión que se pueden beneficiar de entre 10.000 y 50.000, 100.000. No hay un límite por arriba, pero ese es el rango típico de inversiones, que son las inversiones primeras y donde necesitamos ayuda. De estas ayudas sirvió de aliciente para que los inversores entraran, ya que veían que su dinero iba a ser acompañado por el dinero público en una cierta proporción, y fue unas ayudas que nosotros pusimos en conocimiento de la empresa y de los inversores y que terminaron de servir como un aliciente adicional en el proceso de entrada de los inversores. Como inversores y como asesores estamos viendo que la coinversión por parte de un organismo público ayuda a terminar de ver el valor por todas partes, ya que el emprendedor o el equipo emprendedor consigue más fondos con menos dilución, y los inversores ven que su inversión está acompañada y apoyada de manera directa por el gobierno regional, lo cual les da un sentido más estratégico a su participación, mucho más allá de la rentabilidad económica y financiera, que también se ve mejorada, lógicamente. El planteamiento de las ayudas con un ticket de coinversión entre 10.000 y 20.000 euros, con una inversión mínima por parte de los inversores de 10.000 euros, quiere decir que esto está pensado para esa fase que nosotros tenemos detectado que es una etapa complicada de las startups de conseguir financiación, que son esas rondas de 40.000, 50.000 a 200.000 euros, etc. Las primeras rondas de lo que se llaman las 3 Fs, amigos, familia y locos, los Friends, Social, Family, es relativamente fácil conseguirlo. Conseguir rondas muy grandes en ecosistemas como el de Madrid o Barcelona es fácil, pero lo que es interesante es que estas ayudas están orientadas a inversores profesionales que reinviertan y que se dediquen a invertir profesionalmente con unos tickets de tamaño medio. Es muy interesante porque van justo al punto donde las startups en fase de crecimiento y de conseguir esas métricas previo a ir a una ronda de Venture Capital están teniendo problemas de conseguir financiación, y estas ayudas van a conseguir contribuir a consolidar ese ecosistema de inversores recurrentes y frecuentes en startups que vayan entrando y beneficiándose de estas ayudas y cogiendo ese hábito y desarrollar ese ecosistema sólido de inversión, que es la pata que nos termina de faltar para consolidar el ecosistema regional de emprendimiento.
Hola, soy Javier Sánchez Guerrero Sánchez, soy fundador y CEO de Unseed, que es una consultora especializada en startups y capital riesgo, y también represento a Aurorial, que es un vehículo de inversión Seed Capital, desde el cual invertimos en startups de todo el panorama nacional en fase inicial. También hemos lanzado desde Aurorial recientemente un brazo de Corporate Venturing, desde el cual localizamos startups que puedan inyectar o influir en la cadena de valor de precio de componentes, y también las apoyamos invirtiendo tickets de entre 50.000 y 100.000 euros. Yo creo que el ecosistema de startups en la región de Murcia ha evolucionado mucho en los últimos 5 años, y precisamente yo creo que una de las partes importantes de ese crecimiento de las startups proviene de ayudas públicas, como puede ser la ayuda a la entrada de inversores. ¿Por qué? Porque al final, cuando una startup pasa la primera fase conocida como Friends, Family and Fools, ya necesita introducir a nuevos inversores, en este caso inversores profesionales, que pueden ver como una herramienta de apalancamiento este tipo de ayudas y subvenciones que al final, por un lado, permiten aumentar lo que se conoce como runway de la compañía, y por otro lado, apalancar con financiación o subvenciones públicas esa inversión privada que tan importante es en estas fases. En Murcia también hay otros agentes que dan mucho valor al ecosistema, como pueden ser CEIM o CEIC, que hacen una gran labor, sobre todo en ese acompañamiento de las fases iniciales y en la detección de proyectos de la región que puedan que puedan ser susceptibles de crecer y de lograr esa escalabilidad. Y luego también creo que es importante iniciativas como Murcia Van, porque lo que hacen es aunar o congregar, por un lado, a business angels de la región y por otro lado a startups, de tal forma que es un sitio o una iniciativa que permite conocer que startups e inversores se conozcan y se puedan acabar cerrando inversiones. Y claro, todo esto al final se viene desarrollando en los últimos 4 o 5 años de manera más intensa y ahí están los frutos, ¿no? Cada vez hay más empresas en la región que están captando esas rondas de inversión y pues se prevé que sigamos creciendo en este sentido. En PSB buscamos proyectos que puedan aportar soluciones innovadoras a la cadena de valor del grupo. En este sentido, lo que hacemos es publicar entre 3 y 4 convocatorias anuales con el objetivo de identificar esas empresas que le interese participar y que al final del programa podamos, por un lado, entrar como clientes y también apoyarlas desde el punto de vista inversor. Esto es un fenómeno que en Estados Unidos tiene bastante recorrido y que en España cada vez está creciendo también más. En Unseed, básicamente, lo que hacemos es asesorar a las startups a que puedan definir con éxito su estrategia de fundraising desde el punto de vista privado, véase captar inversión por parte de inversores profesionales, y desde el punto de vista público, ¿no? Que es también optar, ¿no? o tener más posibilidades de conseguir estas ayudas públicas que tanta falta hacen, sobre todo en las fases de escalado. Luego también otra parte de mi actividad diaria muy importante es Aurorial, que es el vehículo de inversión Seed Capital, que es una iniciativa de PC Componentes, y ahí lo que hacemos es buscar proyectos en los cuales podamos invertir tickets de entre 50.000 y 100.000 euros y que sean startups que tengan un modelo de negocio escalable, que es un poco la clave de una startup, ¿no? por definición. Yo particularmente pienso que en Murcia cada vez más se está consiguiendo esa visión de cómo generar una idea o cómo pasar de una idea a un negocio con un modelo de negocio escalable, y eso en gran medida creo que se debe también a muchas iniciativas, muchas charlas, etcétera, que se están enfocando hacia esa labor y que se está traduciendo cada vez más en startups que están naciendo en la región. Luego estaría la parte más incipiente, que la hemos lanzado recientemente, que también, digamos, es de la parte de Aurorial, que es PC Componentes Startup Booster, o llamado también PSB de forma abreviada. ¿Qué es PSB? Pues PSB es un corporate venturing que también nace del grupo de PC Componentes, y ahí la iniciativa va enfocada a localizar startups que puedan aportar valor a la cadena de valor del grupo, y de esta manera que también Aurorial, que como vehículo de inversión del grupo, pueda terminar invirtiendo en la startup, de tal manera que por un lado se le está empujando o ayudando a validar su solución o su producto, y por otro lado también se le está ayudando mediante la aportación de ese capital, que también es muy necesario, ¿no? Y que luego también puede ser una parte fundamental a la hora de captar ayudas públicas, como puede ser la ayuda de entrada de inversores, que permitan aumentar el runway de la compañía.